Spurs Mafia, how you guys doing? Just kidding. It's a rhetorical question. I know how you're doing. You're doing great. You are doing great because the Spurs came back from 16 down in the fourth quarter against the Rockets thanks to 19 points in the fourth quarter from Lonnie Walker IV. The entire Rockets team had 18 points in the fourth quarter. This was a coming out party of epic proportions for Lonnie Walker, and it's about time that he finally got a chance to show what he can do. Based on his tape from the first few quarters of this game, I didn't think he was going to get a chance to really compete in the fourth. And I certainly didn't expect to see what he did in the fourth. So let's take a look at the tape. I was a little worried at the start of this game that Lonnie was going to play himself to the bench and get a quick hook from Pop. Pretty much in his first minute of the game, he missed back-to-back layup attempts and fouled James Harden. Earlier this year, we've seen Pop pull Lonnie Walker for less, so it's been pretty tough for the kid to develop a rhythm and get any sort of consistency when he's not getting consistent playing time. I thought for sure Pop was going to yank him after this, overcommits on the pump fake, gives up an open three, leaks out after the miss, gets going in transition, and dribbles it off himself. But here, Pop gives him a smack on the butt and says, "Go back out there." That's a smile from Pop. It might not look like it, but that's a smile. He's already decided, I'm going to let this kid run tonight and see what he's got. Probably the main reason Pop was willing to let Lonnie go so long was because he's so impactful on defense in a way that not many players, maybe not any players on the Spurs roster are. These are not garbage time players. These are James Harden and Russell Westbrook. Couple of All-Stars, couple of MVPs. Really difficult players to guard on the perimeter. And Lonnie did a bang-up job of staying in front and making things difficult for them. Lonnie's effort on defense is a breath of fresh air, especially since this Spurs team has been so lacking in the perimeter defense category. Lonnie has a really high motor on both ends of the floor. He competes, he stays in front. He's not going to give you anything easy for the most part. And the Spurs just really haven't had a ton of that on the perimeter this year. Here, watch as he doubles, gets back, contests the shot. He has the length to gamble like that. He did a really good job of staying in front and just playing solid defense in this game. And that's definitely why he stayed in, because his scoring was not great, especially to start this game. He missed his first 4 shots. There were a lot of shots you'd like him taking, but shots you expect him to hit. At the end of the third quarter, that attacking mindset really started to pay off. Here, off of a DeJounte Murray steal, Lonnie's running in transition, one dribble, finger roll right to the basket. He has so much finesse around the basket. It's beautiful to see. Here, again, it's DeJounte setting him up, getting him going. Nifty little pass, easy layup for Lonnie, and he's feeling himself a little bit. This is his second make of the game, but he's like, okay, I'm in a flow now. I'm not missing that one. Coach Pop put Lonnie in with 4:05 left in the third quarter, and around here I started to think he was going to pull him back to the bench. There were a couple of little defensive breakdowns, which will happen when you're guarding James Harden, but he'd already played a good chunk of minutes, and I was expecting Pop to yank him after a couple of these little plays where he didn't make the best decision on defense. Here in transition, he loses track of James Harden, and this is the kind of play that Pop ripped his effort for after the Clippers game. But he left him in the game, and he got rewarded. Here, some bad defense by Westbrook. Lane to the basket, Lonnie finishes. Here's some more good defense on James Harden, forcing him to take a tough step back. Leaks out in transition. DeMar finds him. Not so polite on that finish, and he's pumped up now. Next possession, he grabs the ball, starts the break. Looks like he's going to either send Austin Rivers to the graveyard or hit Bryn in the corner for 3. Instead, he thinks about it too much, travels, and oh no, Pop's going to pull him again, isn't he? He's been in there too long. No! Leaves him in the game. Couple possessions later, ball finds him. He finds rim. Goes to the free throw line, hits both free throws. Next possession. He's like, hey, I like that transition stuff. Let me start some by myself. Gets the steal, long arms, big hands, power jam. And now he's stoked. Drew Eubanks, I know exactly how you feel. At this point, Lonnie has been in the game for a full quarter, and he hasn't even really gotten started. More defense on James Harden. He wants him to go to his weaker right hand. That's what he does. He trusts Jakob Poeltl behind him, and he just can't get the rebound on the putback. Here, the Spurs spread the floor around DeMar DeRozan with shooters Patty Mills, Bryn Forbes, and Lonnie in the corner. Harden steps up to contain the drive by DeMar. Lonnie Walker wide open for the shot. Other end of the floor, he's guarding James Harden again. This time he goes left. And Harden hooks Lonnie Walker's arm. And it's a foul on Lonnie Walker. Someone can explain that to me. I would love it. James Harden went to the free throw line, I think, 24 times in this game. Yeah. You know how he do. Here, Lonnie forces him into another bad step-back shot, and Patty misses him. He was under the basket for another dunk. Now he's guarding Brody. Brody beats him baseline, but Jakob Poeltl is there for the rejection. Poeltl had 5 blocks in this game. He was phenomenal. Here, Harden takes Lonnie off the dribble, draws another foul, and Lonnie might have had a point here. Here you can see he jabs his hand in there just at the right time. That's all ball, but Harden's left arm is coming up. Spurs down 8, under 2 minutes to go. Lonnie Walker firing. No remorse, no conscience. Honestly, I love it. Here, playing defense on Harden again. Dribble, 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 dribble. Dribble, 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 dribble. Step back. Whoop. I mean, that is such good defense to get the ball out of Harden's hands with nothing bad happening. Ball comes down the other way. Spurs need a basket. Lonnie Walker gets him that basket. The degree of difficulty on this to catch midair, turn around, get that up off the glass, super high. Here with Patty guarding Westbrook, Lonnie overhelps. He leaves Harden open, recovers a little bit, but that's an open shot that Harden just misses. But Spurs get the miss. Lonnie leaks out, finds the open corner. Are you serious? Oh my God. Ice in his veins. It's a 3-point game. That was his 16th point of the fourth quarter, and they're leaving him that open. And look at him coming down the court. He's smiling. He's having a ball. He's just absolutely loving this. No pressure at all. Pay attention to how he guards Harden on this possession. He keeps his left foot forward, inviting Harden to drive right. He's giving just enough space to sort of invite the step back, but also he's close enough to come and contest. Great footwork, and that's the shot that the Rockets get, needing 1 point to basically ice the game. They don't get that point. And now Lonnie Walker is feeling himself so much, he shoots that from Cedar Park, and the net doesn't move. Oh my God. That's a Dame shot. That's a Steph shot. That is no conscience, cold-blooded killer. Superstar stuff. This is my favorite angle because you can see the emotion on his face. He looks back toward the Spurs bench. Fuck is you talking about? He is stoked. DeMar DeRozan's like, oh my God, did he just do that? Drew Eubanks making a scream face. But play did not stop for a celebration. He has to guard James Harden again. And here he is on the perimeter. Harden takes him right this time. Jakob Poeltl is there, though. When you have a rim protector like Poeltl, it allows you to be a little more aggressive on the perimeter. And so watching him play with defenders like Lonnie Walker, Derek White, DeJounte Murray, it's going to be something special. Harden gets past, but Poeltl is right in perfect position. And you know that the Spurs had decided we're not letting this guy shoot to end the game. So we head to overtime, where Lonnie Walker pulls up for this 3, makes it an 11-0 run to close regulation and start overtime by himself. Now, at this point, he's been in the game for over 16 minutes straight, and he starts alligator arming some of these shots. That's to be expected. Here at the beginning of second overtime, Bryn Forbes is gassed, in trouble, throws it away. Lonnie Walker fouls again, and that was his 5th foul and a clear path foul. He made up for it, though, on a late strip on Harden's drive here. Game on the line. Spurs need a stop. Pop goes to DeJounte on Harden, and DeJounte just does a phenomenal job here, not letting Harden get anything easy. He's met by 2 other Spurs at the rim, misses this shot badly, and it's Lonnie pushing in transition. Couple quick dribbles, shovel pass to DeMar, and DeMar gets fouled with a chance to put the Spurs ahead by one. It was a really unselfish play by Lonnie, who, as we've noted, was rightfully feeling his loins. But just the sheer speed that we see out of him in transition, I mean, he's blinding. He is so, so quick. And it adds so much to this team and makes them so much more dynamic. DeMar hits the free throws, Spurs up one. This defensive possession, DeMar DeRozan seals it with a charge. His defense has been much maligned throughout the year, and yeah, he's looked a little rough on the perimeter. But winning time of this game, he stepped up, literally and figuratively, in the biggest way possible. That is a hell of a play. Getting in position outside the restricted area. And there's Drew Eubanks again. They should keep him just for his bench celebrations. So much of Harden's game relies on the ref blowing that whistle, so yeah, watching the game basically end on him charging, pretty funny. But game's not over yet. Spurs still need to inbound the ball. And who do they inbound the ball to? But Lonnie Walker. Open in the corner, gets fouled, goes to the line with a chance to add to his point total. 0.3 seconds left, hits the first shot. After being in the game for 26 minutes straight, misses the last one on purpose. Game over, Spurs win, and just watching the way his teammates embrace him after this game is so sweet. He's hugging everybody. He's got to be completely exhausted. There's Drew Eubanks, his friend from Austin. Big hug for DeJounte Murray. It looked like everybody was really excited, obviously because they won the game, but also just for this kid who has worked so hard, been through a lot in this early season. Good for Lonnie Walker. Now, obviously, something else happened in this game that was a little controversial and wonky. Refs just didn't count a basket. It's fine. It's whatever. It happens. Actually, I've never seen it happen before. It was pretty wild. Fourth quarter, DeMar Carroll throws a bad pass. James Harden is there. Leisurely dunk. And he dunks it so hard that the net basically throws it back up. And the refs just didn't see it. The refs thought he missed the dunk. D'Antoni can't believe it. He's pissed. I mean, that's a dunk. That's the ball going through the hoop. That should be a basket, obviously. But apparently refs didn't see it, and the Rockets didn't challenge in time. So the basket doesn't count. Obviously, it's an egregious screw-up that the ball went through the hoop and they didn't count it. But refs screw up all the time in every sport, and it hurts every team and every fan base gets upset about it. But only the Rockets would protest the loss and be optimistic that the league is going to either just give them the win or make them replay the last 7 minutes and change of this game. That's pretty sad. Like I said, refs make mistakes all the time. They made a mistake here at the end of the third quarter on this basket that should have been a backcourt violation for the Rockets. This play is very clearly a backcourt violation. So there's your 2 points, Houston. There you go. Quit whining about it. Anytime a professional sports team blames their result on the officiating, it's pretty pathetic. But it's especially pathetic in a game where your two best players missed 50 shots combined and you allowed a 20-year-old to outscore your entire team in the fourth quarter. Although I guess if the dunk counted, it would have been Rockets 20, Lonnie 19. But like, come on. That's not... No. Let's just talk about what actually mattered in this game, which was Lonnie Walker. This was a legendary game from Lonnie Walker, and it's been a long time coming. For people like me who have been saying that he should get more regular playing time pretty much all year, this is confirmation of what we already knew, that Lonnie Walker is a really, really talented basketball player. He got some tough love from Pop earlier in the season after that Clippers game, and there are some people now saying, oh, Pop did it again. Like, this is because of the tough love. Huh? I mean, he called him out publicly, and then he short leashed him for the next 10, 15 games. The Spurs have been losing a ton of games in the past couple weeks, and this guy who scored 19 points in the fourth quarter single handedly outscored another NBA team in the fourth quarter has been staple gunned to the bench. I'm not buying that he exploded like this because Pop put him there on the bench. It happened because Pop put him in the game. Pop trusted him a little bit. He actually trusted him a lot more than I was expecting him to. But this is a guy who's a difference maker on both ends of the court. He took over this game on both ends of the court in the last 5 minutes of the fourth quarter. And it was awesome. But think about what would have happened in this game if instead of Lonnie getting a couple minutes in the first half and really earning minutes at the end of this game. Imagine if Marco Bellinelli had gotten his, regular 15 minutes or whatever. Marco didn't play a single minute in this game. Imagine if he had instead of Lonnie. Now, think about what it is if you reverse it, if you apply it to the games that they've already lost by a lot of points. How do those games look if Lonnie plays a significant role? If he's guarding the other team's best player? If he's making a difference on both ends in clutch time? So the good news is that even though it took far too long, Lonnie Walker is now a staple on this Spurs team, and he's not going anywhere. Pop doesn't have a choice. Has to play him. He's that good. And we'll see where they go from there. They're only a couple of games out of the 8th spot in the West, so they can turn this around with this group. And Lonnie might be the guy to do it. Just want to say thank you to everybody who has really paid attention to my reporting on this kid and also believed in him. Feels pretty good. Feels pretty good to see him finally go out there and show what he's got. And I am very happy that I get to share that with you guys. So be sure to subscribe to this account if you like Spurs basketball and you haven't already. When I hit 1,000, I'm going to take one of you to a game. So I'll see you guys there. And thank you guys again. As always, go Spurs go.